You so fine.
Thank you.
I lick the inside of your mouth, girl. I do it. I do it. I promise
I
you.
know you will.
Like that. Hello and welcome back to another episode of A Bunch of Berries on the Bunch of Hello and welcome back to another episode of A Bunch of Berries, where the tea is ripe, the vibes are sweet, and we always keep it juicy. Okay, so you guys, I have a very special someone here today. Want to introduce yourself?
Do I want to introduce myself? Nah, I'm just playing. My name is Akira, or you can call me AK,
Okay.
and Strawberry's girlfriend.
You're my what?
Yeah, y'all. She asked me out, so I'm her girlfriend.
Yeah, that's right. I
Yeah.
did that. I did the big, the big thing or whatever. I'm proud of me. So okay. Before we get into this, let's get into a quick little story time, real quick. So her birthday just passed. She's an Aquarius, and so for her birthday, I did something nice and sweet. We went to do archery, right,
Right.
and then I beat her ass.
I don't do that because I was sore, but okay.
You knew I was going there, right?
Yeah, I knew you was going there. It's cool though. It's fine. We good.
Yes, so we did that, and then you wanna tell the rest of the story?
No, you tell the rest of the story. I like listening to you tell it.
Why?
I like your voice.
Babe. So I took her out to Ruth Chris, and it's like, I don't know if y'all know, I'm about to give y'all a gem, okay?
Mhm.
So if you're in the Charlotte area, there's a Ruth Chris that's uptown, as you know, on South Tryon. And there is a room in the back. It is the cellar room. So if you go to the cellar room, it's in the back, it's quiet, it's literally just you and your party, and that's it. And it's really cute. Like they have all the wine bottles and everything. So I had to do my big thing and got that reserved from my boo. And yeah, so she loves Stitch. So I made this big sign that says, "Well, you my girlfriend." And
You put a little picture in there.
yeah, and I drew Stitch on the
Put a
picture
little picture in
and
there.
all of that. So yeah, now I'm a second girl. I'm in the 9 singles club.
Yeah, nah, singles for sure.
9 singles. We love it here, right?
Mhm.
Don't you love it here?
Ring coming soon.
What? What was that? What did you
Anyways,
say?
continue.
Sorry, you guys. Okay. So she is a very, very good sport because she is an Aquarius. They like to chill, they don't talk a whole lot. And I am bringing her out of her comfort zone to be on A Bunch of Berries today. So, yay! I gotta put some applause in there because I don't have any buttons just yet. But yeah, so y'all already know how we do. So how it works here at A Bunch of Berries, what we do is we talking about different topics, things that are going on in the world, things that you may know about, you may not know about. And then I give you my thoughts on it. And now today, you're going to get my thoughts and you're going to get Akira's thoughts. It's going to be great. So it's been a lot that's been going on. I don't know if y'all tuned in because on my last episode, I talked about the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was like a big thing, right? Because Kendrick was going to be there. There were a lot of people in New Orleans who were mad. Like, why would you have Kendrick do it and not have Lil Wayne? Like, what we got from Kendrick, we would have never got that from Lil Wayne.
Big facts.
Like, no. Everybody has been coming up with like these different thought processes on like what happened at the Super Bowl, like how Kendrick was trying to portray this and portray that. And so one of the craziest part about it was that this is the most watched halftime show ever in history.
That's crazy work. I did not know that.
Yes, 133.5 million. That's more than Michael Jackson. Before that, it was 126 million, and that was Usher's performance last year, actually.
Dang. That's
But
crazy.
Usher,
Usher.
Usher
Usher Raymond, baby.
Raymond, he put on a good show, so I could see how people would watch that. But I thought that Michael Jackson was number one.
Nah, facts.
I really did. But I guess it was Usher last year. And this year, Kendrick surpassed him. He did songs like Squabble Up, Peekaboo, Luther. And then he did a song with SZA. He also performed his viral diss track, Not Like Us, and you know he would. And the best part about it was that Samuel L. Jackson was the what we call him, the narrator, I guess.
Yeah, that was hard.
Right. Okay, so what was your favorite part?
Samuel Jackson, like
Really?
just him being in it, that was hard. That was different.
Why do you think it was like different though?
It was different because like he made a statement. Like Kendrick like made a statement with him being in it.
What was the
You know what I'm
statement?
saying? Like you got Uncle Sam. It's like telling you, you know, you need to be like this, and that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And Kendrick like, nah, I'm not sure
Right.
how to do this, and that, and still be me.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? So that was
And that was like one thing that Samuel L. Jackson did say. Like he was like, "No, Kendrick, you can't be too ghetto." And I feel like, first of all, because his name is Sam, that makes sense. But it's also like it's Samuel L. Jackson.
facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's some iconic shit just to have this man just be a part of your performance. And then Drake, poor Drake. I know he's at home crying somewhere. Like that poor man. And then he tried to release that little album with Party Next Door. Did you listen to it?
No.
Do you plan on listening to it?
I don't know. Do we? If you play it, probably not by myself. No.
Sorry, that was funny. So I haven't listened to it, and if y'all know me, you know I am an avid Drake fan. I have been for a very long time, and I haven't given the album a listen. But one thing T Pain was saying was that he feels like this album was just the songs that didn't make it. Yeah. Yeah. And in those comments on the video of T Pain talking about it, a lot of people were saying, like, yeah, this album is not it. He's just trying to recover. Poor Drake.
That's crazy work.
Yeah.
I mean, he did good. You know, you might as well just go ahead and hang it up now.
Yeah, he had a long run.
He had
I think
a long run for sure.
he underestimated Kendrick. Like he has a big following and he's very conscious and everybody likes Kendrick. You know, he has a pop music. Because I'm not gonna lie, during the performance, I did not know a lot of the songs until he did like the songs with SZA and like
the first 3 songs was like,
yeah.
I don't really know these.
I think those are the ones that were on his new album.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, I know the song like let me know all the stars are closed. I just learned those lyrics.
Just learned those lyrics. Sick was not saying it right.
I was like, baby, what the fuck is she saying?
Yeah, we had to put them lyrics up real quick.
But I think it do you feel like it was a double entendre to have Serena there?
That was petty.
Why do you feel like it was petty, babe?
Cause like, come on, we all know that's petty to the T.
Petty.
Petty. It's okay though.
Because okay, I get it. There is a bigger aspect to it, right? Because when she won, I think Wimbledon some years ago, she crip walked, and everybody dogged her out for it. Like, oh my god, however she do that? Like, because you know, people who are not in the Black culture, they don't know that it's just kind of. It's not just a a gangster or affiliation type of thing. Like that's like California type of vibe. That's just what they do.
Yeah.
Everybody know how to crip walk and shit like that out there. So it's not like she was affiliated with the gang, but they took it that way, and she got criticized really bad about it. So there is that. However,
Coincidence.
yeah, is it? Is it though? Because that is Drake's
It was a little coincidence, a little quinky dink. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that was purposeful. And then SZA also is an ex-girlfriend of his, I think. That one song he has, and he'd be like something about he was messing with SZA.
Oh yeah,
back of me and
heard that
SZA
lyric
yesterday.
before.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I forgot about that one. I ain't gonna care.
Yeah, so that's like the what's that called?
No.
The beginning part of everything. So like the bigger spectrum of it is that the whole performance was on a large. It looked like a big video game. So it was kind of like
They said it was a prison. Somebody said it was like a prison yard.
So there were parts where it was like a prison yard, but the whole thing,
Yeah.
it was like an X and O.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
They
The
had like
X&O
game
salt and pepper.
over.
Yeah.
So it was like you playing the game of the system type of thing.
Yeah.
Deeper thought. And then it was like, so okay, one of the big things I saw on TikTok was that they were saying that the guys hanging from the light post,
Mhm.
that was a tarot card. Tarot card, yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Did you hear about that? Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
no.
remember what tarot card it was, but it was something about like how the tarot card talks about like how it's initiating change or changes are coming or things like that. And then he had all the people in red, white, and blue.
Mhm.
It was just a lot of different things to catch on to. And then the craziest part was the card. So the car was a Grand National. It was a 1986 Buick GNX. So I guess that was like a really big car, out in California. However,
Yeah.
he was born in 1987. That's the name of his album too, I think.
Is it?
I think he has an album called GNX. GNX was a limited production car that was produced only 1 year in
Yeah, they said it was
1987.
expensive.
I believe that. It was only produced 1 year.
Mhm.
But it was more of the symbolism of it being his birthday. That was the name of his album and all that shit. So there were a lot of things to take for. And the guy. Did you hear about the guy that got
Yeah, because
banned?
he had the flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
He
on.
was running across the shit in the flag. Hey, man, you gotta put it out there.
Period. Okay, what was the flag though?
Give me the name.
Palestine.
Yes, there we go. That incident.
Yeah.
And he was basically representing that. He was like, like,
Free
don't forget
Palestine.
about that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So, just to give you guys more information, so it was a guy who snuck in a sign, and I think it said
It was
"Free
a flag.
Palestine." No, a flag. You're
Yeah.
right, and I think it said "Free Palestine" or like "Free Gaza" or something like that. And so, the biggest takeaway from that to me was that this is America, right? We live off of freedom of speech. Blah 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 blah. That man got tackled. They
Facts.
tackled him down and they arrested him actually, but what charges could you have, So they banned him
Yeah.
from all NFL games, I think, wasn't it?
Dang.
All NFL games because of the flag. But is this not a place of freedom of speech?
Maybe it was put in there purposely.
I mean, I feel like it
It was like
was.
somebody got to be the fall guy. Which one of y'all gonna take it?
And I think that like it just really shows like where we are as a country
Mhm.
because everyone wants America to be this place of the free, the home of the brave, blah, 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 blah. But like even when the Declaration of Independence was signed, there were slaves. So how can this truly even be the land of the free? Like it's all propaganda. But even if Kendrick Lamar himself had a free Palestine or free Gaza flag, why would that initiate someone to be arrested or banned because it's freedom of speech?
Mhm.
So it's kind of fucked up the world that we live in. Whatever. But yeah, so I just want to take a quick moment of silence for Drake. Okay, we're back. So yes, the Chiefs lost, and isn't that it was the Chiefs, right? Yeah.
Oh
So
man.
the Chiefs, they played like absolute garbage.
That
I
was
was
terrible.
very bored.
Yeah, that was terrible.
I think the most interesting part of the Super Bowl was the commercials and the halftime show. Love the
People was
commercials.
mad. They brought them tickets. I ain't gonna care.
I know that. I don't even know how much they cost, but I know they cost a lot.
Had to.
And then they played so bad. And what's even crazier, it was a lady in the stand that had a voodoo doll. Did you see that?
No, what?
It was this white lady with a voodoo doll of Kaepernick, and she was poking it.
Oh shoot! What
Yes,
the freak,
yes. And okay, we're in New Orleans, so there is voodoo, hoodoo, all that
bruh?
stuff, right? But my
That's
thing,
crazy work.
my understanding, and I could be wrong, but my understanding after doing about 2-3 weeks of TikTok education, voodoo and hoodoo is made like it's a black culture thing. And like there was a woman, she was a white lady. She tried to put a hex on this girl. I think I think there's like a white girl and the black girl that lived in the same dorm, something like that. She tried to put a hex on her using voodoo or hoodoo, and the girl ended up dying because voodoo and hoodoo is meant for like black people. That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true. But whatever the fuck she was doing that to dog must have been working. Because when I say that nigga Kaepernick was the only person that touched the ball.
Telling you.
The only one. Like, that game was so sad. Like,
that wasn't a Super Bowl performance at all.
That they really should have called intentional down in 10 times more, because that man could not get out of the pocket. He couldn't throw the ball nowhere. He couldn't run nowhere. Like, the Eagles' defense was where you going, bitch? Got you. Like,
they was on him. They was on
every
him.
time.
But
you know, if you went to the Super Bowl, I hope you had a great time. Oh, and then the people were acting up. They was out there, the Eagles fans out there cutting up. Did you see that? They was out there. They took down. So they get the white people. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. I got white friends. Let me be one. How white people be like, my cousin's black, or like my nephew, he's mixed. I got white friends.
You got white friends,
but it's something about when white people they win things. They a little crazy. Like, this happens in at UNC Chapel Hill and shit too. Like, when they win championships, they just go fucking crazy. These motherfuckers was taking the pole that has the walk now sign.
Oh, shoot.
Like, it was a person that he literally just took a dress out of a store because the looters were out there. They were going crazy. But because I think that they were predominantly white, we didn't hear a lot about it.
That is true.
Now, let's say that let's say that it was black people out there looting and doing that shit.
It was a wrap.
We would have never stopped hearing about
National Guard getting called.
Hello. I know at one point, and I did say that, like, my podcast is not political. However, it always it always goes back.
It always goes back.
It always goes back.
It's a part of you. It's your.
It is. It's my thoughts. It's my God.
It's important.
I feel like that's important. I feel like it's a disparity between the propaganda that is released on black people and how it's released on other races, specifically with black people. Because, like, even during the recent movements we were having during 2020, things like that, like, sometimes things would get out of hand, but it was never too out of hand. But it was like black people were painted as this horrible group of people who were out looting and doing things and ruining people's establishments, blah, blah, blah. But no one talked about how they were out there fucking shit up in New Orleans. Fucking it up. Like, it wasn't even like they just had, some crazy. No, they were fucking shit up. Okay, if y'all haven't heard about this, please look it up. I love to be fact checked.
They can do that, just like they fucked the White House.
Hello, January 6th was crazy.
Anyways.
No. Ain't no anyways. Let's stay on that. I like that. No, because that's dead ass shit. And we're gonna put a pin in it. Just because we do gotta talk about Trump and his craziness. But we're not gonna get that. We're still in entertainment. The next thing that we have for you, entertainment. Horrible segue. Sorry about that. But so Chloe and Burna Boy, they are a thing, evidently. So they recently was getting matching jewelry. So I think last week on Friday they were buying matching jewelry in Lagos. And so Chloe's 26 and Burna Boy's 33. And since December, there was like this video of them out and she was with him. And the thing is, Chloe is so fucking cute. I think she's so fucking adorable. Like, she is the fine, sexy sister that I think might actually be the sweet one. And then you got Holly, who looks like she's the sweet one, but I think
probably not.
She the problem. She the problem, or she's the. You know what I'm saying? She might be the little freaky one. But however, Chloe was with Burna Boy in Lagos in Nigeria, and she was just staring into this man's eyes. Like, we know that man probably be knocking the Mario coins out of the yeah, I know he does. I know he be doing it. Because the way she be on him, there was another at this point, they friends must be PR, because they be getting all the BTS for the kid, okay?
Yeah.
Like, all the BTS. She was holding on his leg like like, oh my God, you would have thought that this man, he probably got never mind. I was about to say something ignorant. I'm trying to watch my mouth. But so she did an interview with the Breakfast Club and somewhere else. And so they asked her, about, like, is she dating Burna Boy? What's going on with y'all? I see you glue-eyed and you all attached to that man. We know he marketed.
Glued up.
Yeah, he definitely knocked the things out of that Gucci. But her response was, well, I'm a grown woman and he's a grown man. And just like I'm a grown woman. So, I had a great time in Nigeria. So they were trying to get it out of her and she wasn't trying to give us nothing.
Facts.
Do you think that Chloe and Burna Boy would make a good couple?
Yeah, for sure.
Why?
They just beautiful together.
It's crazy. I agree.
Yeah.
I think they actually are really cute together. I could see it. Like her locks and he has locks. And I think it's more of too like the way she admires him. She just be, like, who is recording them? Like, I want to be the friend in the room that gets to record.
That kid recording.
I want to be a fly in the wall in the bedroom. I can only imagine. Do you know what he's probably doing to her? Oh my God. For her to be so like
In awe.
in awe.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Mario coins on the ground.
Gone.
Done. Knocked them out. I know her ass be sweet right after. Gotta be, because the way she just staring at him. But so before Chloe, and first of all, I just want to say that they make a great couple too because of them both being in music. They're both being successful in music. And it's like neither one of them would be dating each other for their accolades. It's more of like, do
facts.
you make me happy?
Yeah, that's true.
That's
facts.
And it's like, we were just talking about this actually before we got here. Like dating is ghetto.
Very much so.
It's so ghetto. So like once you decide to show the world, like I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I did ask her to be my girlfriend, but we made it official last night. Was it last night? Like when we took, I put it on the internet.
Yeah.
Now for her, she got like 400 and something followers, and I ain't knocking it. That's because
good.
yeah, that's just not her thing. No. It's not, and I love that for her. Like she is herself, and she's gonna be herself, and I love that about you. Like I love the fact that you come out of your shell for me too.
I do.
You really do. And we're still working on it. She's gonna talk a little bit more as time progresses, but like that's just not her thing. But for me, it's like, yeah, I was in a relationship a year and a half ago, and it's kind of like, okay, now we're coming back out in another relationship, and it's like, oh, this is gonna be. She posted the video of us on her page. And how many videos how many views does it have right now? Let's check and see.
Let's check and see.
Oh my God, y'all. Like I was so fucking nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even tell you this, but I was nervous. I'm not gonna lie. Not nervous because I didn't want to share with the world like the person that makes me happy, but I think it's more of like, I'm not even popping like that, but I do have a couple followers. So it's kind of like, I didn't know how the public was going to feel. Not only just about, okay, we're girls, whatever. I feel like everybody knows, like, I like girls. It was more of the fact that, like, damn, here you go. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want people coming with their negativity or, like, saying anything to her. I was more concerned, too, about her. Like people will do mean things. Like I think I had a TikTok some years ago where I had said something about women's hands, and I got death threats, literal death threats from multiple people. Like I had to log off of all social media for like 2 weeks because people were sending me things that were just fucked up, and I'm like, damn, all right. You gotta be ready to protect this girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? For whatever, because I be doing dumbass shit and I always have an opinion on shit. So it was more of like, okay, now we're going into a new realm of things and, and I'm glad that I did it because I feel comfortable and I be feeling like, with me being where I'm not even popping like that. But for people like Chloe and Burna Boy and everybody else who are A-list celebrities, it's kind of like, wow, I just want to be a regular person and do regular people shit, but I can't because I gotta be worried about the public's eye all the time. Like, what will the public think about me? So I salute them for being comfortable in whatever, whether they're dating or not. It's a beautiful thing just to be able to just love on the person that you're loving on at the time, whether that be for forever or for, a moment. And I hope that if it works out, it does. If it doesn't, then fuck it, it doesn't. But I love the fact that they are, just navigating life. Like they tried to dog Lori Harvey because she was dating. It's like she's fucking dating. People say, oh, she was fucking with like this nigga and this nigga.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. Like people be too nosy and care about stuff they shouldn't care about.
Way too much. Way too much stuff. They really care about people's lives. And it's like, even with Holly being pregnant, she was scared to tell the public she was pregnant because people will tear you apart, and she didn't want to be under the scrutiny of it. Now, I ain't gonna lie, she did gaslight us a little bit. She was trying to be like, I'm not pregnant. Bitch, we knew you was pregnant. But I get why she was scared. Okay, what's the numbers? What you got?
Oh, for the post?
Yeah.
6,691 views.
On your page.
Yeah.
Yeah. And mind you, this is her. She has 468 followers. Okay. And she posted this on her page and tagged me in it. And all of these people are probably being nosy. I don't know.
Gotta be nosy because I don't even know
How many
6,000 people.
I say what?
I don't even know 6,000 people.
You probably do. You just don't know.
No, fuck it. Don't.
You don't think so?
I'm positive. I'm sure.
How many shares do you have?
Shares?
Yeah. It's like with the little triangle at the top.
31.
31 fucking shares. Now, that's not a lot. Keep it a book. It's not. However, I'm only saying this to say that people, once you become someone that people follow or whatever, it's like you don't want to give a fuck about their opinions. It's like you want to be like, because people always talk shit about Cardi B and all these other people. Why do they keep getting surgery or doing these things? It's because they are constantly in the public eye. So you don't want it to affect you, but it does. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like being a social, like I was a social media influencer and I was heavy on that shit, but I had to take a break. Like it was one point in time where I was like, yo, I cannot keep doing this. Cause I would post something and I'm checking analytics, checking. I don't get like 200 views or likes in the first 10 minutes. I'm deleting it. Like, and you have to be on it. It's a full-time fucking job, but it's literally you are making content for the people. And so when people don't respond the way that you would want them to, it could fuck up. Like it bothers you. Whether people want to admit to that shit or not, it will bother you. So if you want to be a social media influencer, this is a good thing to look at. Because it's not just you. Like, even with her, like, we have so many pictures and videos and shit in my phone. I'm already like, we need to do a YouTube channel. We need to do our own fucking social media account or whatever. And it's like, ooh, girl, that's not what I do. Like, how does dating me make you feel? Like, when it comes to, like, the social media stuff.
It really don't make me feel any type of way. I mean, you just having me come out my shell more, which is cool. I'm gonna do it for you, but at the end of the day, I really don't care about it.
Like, you don't
Like,
care.
I'm just here to help you.
Like, does it bother you that now this is like the only post you have? It's low-key viral for you.
No,
It don't bother
I
you at
don't
all.
give a crap about none of that. I don't care. I don't care if one person liked that. I don't care. I don't even care how many people liked it or watched it. I don't care. I genuinely don't care.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I do not care.
And okay, so that's what I was saying the other day. Like, it was so social media stopped being fun because it became a job. It was like I'm not like before when I started doing social media, I literally was just doing TikToks every day because I was bored and I wanted to, and it was fun. And then it became more of a job. Like I need to post every day, or I gotta do this, or people are gonna unfollow me. Like I went from 287,000 followers on TikTok to like 263, and that's a $20,000 $20,000 $20,000. Oh my God, I said it again. 20,000 people difference. You know what I'm saying?
Into existence.
Because I'm not being consistent or, like I went from getting like 15,000, 100,000 views on TikToks to like 300 now. And it's a big difference. Like it definitely changes how you do social media, but it also is because like social media was fucking taking so much of me. So I had to get the fuck away from it. But, yeah, I got you now. So do you feel comfortable like doing social media with me?
Yeah. Just because it's with you. If it was anybody else, no. Like, if you was just my friend, I'd probably come on here like, okay, like once or something like that, or you know what I'm saying. But nah, if you was like, come on, let's do it again, I'd probably like,
This ain't your thing.
let's not do it again.
Yeah, because this is the thing. Before we got onto the camera, she was talking her ass. I don't want y'all to think that she don't fucking talk, because she does. This is just not her thing. She talk, okay? And she real country too. Real country. But she talks. It's just she don't be talking in front of people she don't know. And I think that's why like we match so well, is because we're literally opposites.
Totally opposites. Complete opposites.
Complete opposite. Like, I am the person that's gonna talk to everybody and dance and do too much. Now she will dance a little bit, but she ain't about to be nah. Just no. Like, when she met my girl was like, she don't talk a lot, does she? Yes, she talk. Okay. When she get to talking, she get to talking.
Yeah.
It's just she don't know y'all yet. She ain't comfortable yet. But we are the yin and yang, honestly. And it's crazy because I know this is not part of what we're supposed to be talking about, but it's a podcast and it's my motherfucking podcast, and I talk about the fuck I want to. So it's kind of like she was, I don't know. When I met her, it was just kind of like Chloe and Burna Boy. The way that Burna Boy and Chloe are, like, the way that she look at Burna Boy, that's how I be looking at her all the time. Like, it's really creepy. I feel bad for you that you have to endure that.
Don't feel bad. It feel good.
I just be like,
It feel good.
you're so fine.
Thank you.
I lick the inside of your mouth, girl. I do it. I promise
I
you.
know you will.
Like that. I be embarrassing her. We go into the store and stuff. I be dancing in the middle of the
I'm
aisle.
telling you. I should just be here. I'm just here.
It's a beautiful thing, you know? It's like she's teaching me patience because I don't have that. And I'm teaching her how to be out of her shell.
Yes.
And then she's very good with finances, and she's really smart and good with math and stuff. And I'm just good at talking. So we just go.
We can put it together.
I didn't even mean to do that, but
Nah, you.
you see what I did there? I
see what you did there.
I wasn't even trying to do that. Okay, I'm sorry.
It just happens.
You know, there was other shit we needed to get into.
Yeah, this was a lot. It's a lot of stuff we got to get into.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's okay,
Okay.
though, because it's good.
Should we just go to the Trump shit?
Fuck it, let's go.
Okay, so we're gonna segue into this segment I like to call "What is Trump up to now?" Okay, so the reason why we're doing this is because we're doing like the first. Why is this falling? Oh my god, who put this together? It wasn't you? Just kidding. It was me. So we're covering this because we're doing the first 100 days of Trump, because he is our president that people voted for. Not gonna say who, but if you voted for Trump, if you voted for Trump, I hope that I was gonna say something that was not nice, so I'm not gonna say that. I hope that you're following the president that you voted for. And if you did vote for Trump, I would love to have a conversation with you. Like, I really want to get someone who is a Trump supporter to be on the podcast.
Okay.
Like, that way you can get a different perspective. Why do you think someone would vote for Trump?
Why do I think someone vote for Trump? I mean, I don't know enough about like what exactly his run was about and what exactly he like said he wanted to do and stuff like that. I just know like the social media part of it, like everybody else, like, oh, this man is crazy. How he says what he wants to, he does whatever he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? I just know that part of it. So it's not like I've been studying into, okay, what is exactly his policies? You know what I'm saying? Does his policies really make sense for real? You know, like I don't know that stuff, so I can't talk on that.
Okay. I love how you, if Pete the Fifth was a person. I I see what you did there. That was very good deflection. I love it. But um, I I think that he sold a dream to some people. Okay. And so just to segue off of that, um, so when he came into the office, he said he was going to change the cost of all the food. Inflation is crazy. He was saying how like, oh, I'm going to lower the prices and all that stuff. And so recently, someone asked him. I think he was getting off a plane or something, and they were like, so what are you gonna do about the inflation and groceries being so high? And he was like, well, that was because of Biden. And I don't have any control over that. But I could have.
He's a politician.
That man definitely promised them people that he was going to make the prices go down, knowing that he couldn't. But whatever. So, what he's done recently, what he is up to now. So, he actually had a $10 million lawsuit settlement with Elon Musk. First of all, why is Elon Musk so close to the president openly? Openly. Openly. Like, I think the whole era of like, we're gonna fuck y'all over in private is over.
Nah, it's in public now.
It's completely in public. Like, they playing in our faces. In our face. So this man, Elon, he had a $10 million lawsuit. President Trump, the social media platform formerly known as Twitter and now owned by Elon Musk. So the lawsuit stemmed from Trump's account suspension following 2021 and January 6th, so the Capitol riot. And the settlement includes coverage of legal fees and funds allocated for Trump's future president library. Notably, Musk has invested over $200 million in support of Trump's 2024 presidential campaign and currently serves in his administration focusing on federal bureaucracy reform. Yes, Elon Musk. Now, I found that even more interesting because Elon Musk is South African. He is not from America. Okay. Trump is trying to do a big ban on all of the people who are coming here as immigrants, mainly trying to, target Mexicans. We talked about this in my last podcast. But it's like, bro, first of all, your wife is an immigrant. Wives were immigrants. Elon Musk is an immigrant. He just has a shit ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what? So some sources claim that it's tied to business disputes, and others say that it's about social media dealings. But either way, it's a whole bunch of big money that's moving, and I'm talking big money. So it's pretty much like we were talking about in my last podcast too about how everything's a rich man's game, like the movie
Trick.
It's a trick. It's all a trick, and it's not even tricks anymore. It's in our face, and we are just allowing it to happen. Like, what do we do? Like, what can we do to stop it?
What do you do?
It's really like so it was one lady that was talking about how like during this administration, either you're going to be part of the poor or you're going to be part of the rich. What are you going to do? He gave tax cuts to rich people. I think that the game plan for that was for them to be able. So the thought process, what I've been told and what I've done my research on, and these, the internet is the internet. I'm not gonna lie, I've been to the fucking library or some shit because I didn't, but I do try to find credible sources. And so one thing I figured out was that it was, oh, if you give tax breaks to the rich, then now they're able to have more money to put towards their employees or their products, and it's supposed to trickle down to the smaller people. Mm. Never will that ever fucking happen in America. No, it's not happening. So that's just one thing. The next thing is that he has been doing a lot of joint press conferences with Elon Musk and his son. Now his son, I think it's crazy to think about this too, because let's say, and here we go with my political views and giving my opinions, but let's say that President or Vice President Harris, because I think it's kind of disrespectful how they call her Kamala. They call Trump Trump. They call Biden Biden. They call Clinton Clinton. The Kennedys. Everybody was called by their last name. But y'all got, you know what I'm saying? Like Kamala. No, like she's a vice president of America. Like put some respect on her name. You know what I'm saying? Put some respect on her name. You know what I'm saying? Right. So Vice President Harris, former Vice President Harris, I feel like if she would have been the winner and been the president and had, let's say she had little kids and she had them in the office, no, absolutely not. Going for it. Because she's a woman, number one. Number two, and she is, people are trying to say she's not African American, she's not black, but she's black. Like if you are in this country, whether you are African, whether you are Dominican and you just happen to be darker skinned or whatever, if you are brown, you're black in America. So that woman is black, okay? And if I feel like she did come a little late in the running, but it wouldn't be the same response with having her kid all in the Oval Office, all in.
Nah, it wouldn't have been the same.
Have you been watching that?
I've seen a clip and I saw the son. I thought I was tripping. I was like, is that like a little kid?
It's a little kid in the Oval Office during a press conference. Like, and these are big press conferences. Yeah. And Trump has been trying to do his big thing, I guess, by going to like the Super Bowl and going to the beginning of the NASCAR racing and all this other thing to try to seem like a normal person. But Trump has been a millionaire, damn near billionaire, if he's not one, for quite some time. Like, you're not normal. And it's like to put on this propaganda or this show that you're a normal person is insane to me. And then having Elon Musk, this man, okay, I don't know, he might be the Antichrist. I'm not even gonna lie. He might be the Antichrist. I feel like he may be the Antichrist because it's like he's gonna be the demise that comes about. Like with all the technology and stuff. I'm concerned about how much free range this man had because you have so much money and power that you have your own space program.
Do what he want to do.
He does what the fuck he wants. He has so much money. And now he's so close to the president with all of our private information. That to do this AI that he's doing with X and all this stuff, like it's an oligarchy, right? Oligarchy? Oligarchy? Yeah. So it's all these people with money like Jeff Bezos or Amazon and, all these people with all this money and they are controlling everything. And now that he's so close to the president, he has control. Like he can get all of our personal information put in his AI.
Yeah.
Easily.
Everything.
All you gotta do is y'all voted for Trump because he was a businessman, right? Well, he's a businessman. That man throw him some money.
Facts. Definitely a businessman.
He throw him some money. It's gonna be like what it is.
What you need me to do?
So that's been a big thing. But I want to know what you guys think. Like, what is Elon Musk's real role in Trump's political plans? Like, what's going on there? And like, do you think that it's just for a billionaire bromance, or is Elon Musk really trying to secure a bigger seat at the political table? Y'all let me know what you think. I think that Elon Musk is the Antichrist, and I don't give a fuck. I said what I said, and I ain't taking it back. I know baby want to be on some, like, non-political, y'all not gonna get me shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna tell you how I feel, and I'm gonna stand 10 toes down like that nigga's the Antichrist.
Say what you want to say.
I said what I said. She don't.
I'm gonna stand behind you. Say what you want to say.
Thank you, baby. He the Antichrist, like I said. And, okay. So another thing that's happening, and so Idaho proposed a bill. It's called the Bible bill regarding church and state. Now there has been a big uproar about this for people who actually pay attention to politics. What it is that the House Bill 162 has been introduced, which would mandate daily Bible readings in public school classrooms. Sponsored by Republican Jordan Reedman, the bill requires teachers to read passages from the King James Version of the Bible each morning without commentary, meaning that they will make these children read parts of the King James Version of the Bible and no one can challenge it. So, as a child or as an adult, I read the Bible. Do I read the Bible, baby?
You do.
I'll read the Bible. And the reason why I read the Bible is because I feel like I have had ideology that has been passed down from generations that I was like, okay, I know what I know when I go to church. People bring up scriptures, but I want to understand it. Not that I'm trying to challenge Christianity or religion. It's more of I want to understand. But by this bill, they're saying that the children cannot have any commentary. Crazy shit, right? That's a crazy thing. What do you think about that?
That's crazy because it's okay. You telling this to a child. We know children ask questions and they have to comment on stuff. Like they curious.
Right, exactly. And it's like, I don't know if there's like, they can be reprimanded or be in trouble for asking questions, but it literally states that there can be any commentary. And so the provisions are included for teachers and students to opt out of based on conscious objections. So there can't be any conscious objections of what is going on. And the bill has sparked significant debate regarding religious freedom and the separation of church and state. Now, I was raised by my grandma, okay, like them old folks and stuff. And my grandma used to always tell me, if you don't stand for anything, you'll fall for nothing. I get that. I'm also, because of baby, thank you, boo. She has me reading this book called The Four Agreements. And the Four Agreements, I'm only in chapter 1 or 2 or something like that. But it talks about how your ideology, the way that you believe, the way that you think has been passed down to you. Like as soon as you're a child, your parents put these thought processes on you. Like, this is how life should be. This is what you should worship. This is what you should do. This is what good is. This is what bad is. And it's like, this is a different way of doing that on a different level. And my grandmother, like I said, she will always say that if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. So I do think that I understand the perspective, just to be devil's advocate, of like, we want to instill morals back into the children, things like that. But at the same time, to instill those same morals or thought process, you should be able to allow a space where we can ask questions, like as a child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to, I'm not even against the whole Bible reading thing.
No,
Fuck it.
It's cool. Like,
Yeah.
I like you said, I get like I get you want to bring back traditions and you want to bring back values and stuff and instill in them and everything. Because social media gonna instill in them everything, but that
Right.
so it's like I get it and I understand, but at the same time, it's a child. They're gonna ask questions. They should be allowed to ask questions and they should be allowed to have their own opinions about it as well.
Exactly. And getting a better understanding from an adult. So I feel like it should, like you were saying, like, it should be a way of you to be like, okay, these are some values that you may not know about, because we are in this world of social media and things like that. And it's hard to, a lot of people don't have morals. They don't have a moral compass and things like that. So I get it. And one thing that has been a topic of discussion in my mind, because I talked to Suave and the other 18 people in my head, and we were talking about this. And so I was reading the Four Agreements. And so one thing that, that it was saying is like, you need to be able to, have these other thoughts, blah, blah, blah. But in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, if you don't have the structure of community, or how we do present these morals and guidelines, and a parent does tell you what's right and wrong, that it would be anarchy. That's necessary. You know what I'm saying? So I get the author's perspective on, like, everything has been pushed down your throat. True. However, we do have to have some type of structure. But once you have been taught the structure that you have been taught, you should be able to have enough education and enough self-awareness to be able to make conscious decisions that differ or go opposite, or either just be so emotionally intelligent that you're able to hear different perspectives and make your own thought process out of that, versus it being like, oh, if you're gay, then you're going to hell. Or like, these strong ideologies, or the strong perceptions on certain things because your parents told you this to be true. That's what needs to be true. No, it's like you should be able to be well-rounded enough to make your own decisions. And if you become a Christian, cool. If you become Muslim, cool. But it's because you're basing it off of your own knowledge and you're doing your own research. And I was talking to this one guy one time, and he was saying how, like, I'm a Christian, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, how often do you read the Bible? What do you mean? Like, how can you say you're a Christian and you don't even know anything about the book? Like, he only time he ever opened the Bible, and I'm not, just talking junk about the man, because I was the same way. Like, I just went by what my parents said or my grandma said. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we should be more educated as a people. So I think it's not wrong for them to want to teach Christianity because, I mean, whether we like it or not, this country was based off of Christianity, our religions, not the country before white people got here. But, like once white people came here, they brought that shit. And whether people want to admit it or not, the white people won. They fucking won. So if you don't know anything about anything, know your enemy. And I'm not saying white people are the enemy. Don't take that the wrong way. I'm saying that the individuals that constructed the phenomenon, I guess, that is America, or constructed whatever we have now, came from the thought processes of those ancestors of the people who conquered the land. And I hate to say that, but Native Americans were so, what's the word I'm looking for? Consciously aware and had so much respect for humans that they were not a formidable opponent to the individuals who came here because they were not consciously aware. They didn't care about people. They didn't care about the land. They didn't care about nothing but money and conquering. So whenever you have an individual that has a big heart or is more understanding of consciousness, now it's like, okay, I can't beat you, you know? And so I think the smartest thing to do is just to understand each other. Even if I don't agree with what you're saying or what they're saying or what they're, how everybody thinks, like being able to talk about Christianity or read the Bible in school, because a lot of people don't read the fucking Bible. But this is the main.
I never read the Bible.
You've never read the Bible?
Nope.
Ever?
Nope.
Would you consider yourself a Christian?
No.
What do you consider yourself?
I don't consider myself any one religion because I don't practice it. I don't live in it. Like I believe in God.
Mm-hmm. Like a God.
Yeah.
Okay, so
more on a spiritual basis than like one religion.
Okay, if you call yourself a spiritual person, right? How do you study that?
How do you study that?
Like, how do you learn more about your spirituality?
I'm not an expert on that. I mean, but I can just talk about what I do, I guess. I mean, more so like, meditation, just going in with yourself, like basically like, some sort of meditation and having conversations with yourself in your head, really studying yourself and learning yourself and knowing that, because it's weird because it's like everything does, happen for a reason. And it's like something bad can happen and something good happen. So it's like, I feel like I know, okay, it's got to be a God out there, like, you know what I'm saying, protecting and watching over, and got my best interest at heart, because I'm not, fully doing all these things that has happened in my life or that will happen, so it's like, I do believe it's a higher consciousness out there, like instilling, like giving us all this good stuff.
So you do feel like it's like a big brother thing.
Yeah, I do feel like it's
something.
It's a higher consciousness out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, okay.
But like one religion, like the reason why I say I'm not like a Christian or anything like that is because I'm not fully in that. You know, like I'm not living by that word. I don't know, when I like do something, it's like I fully have to be in it and involved in it and absorbed in it. Like this is my lifestyle.
Right.
You know? So it's like if I'm saying I'm a Christian, then I'm gonna do everything. Like I'm gonna read the Bible and make sure I'm going to church. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what the word says does. I probably wouldn't be gay right now, just being honest with you. Like I'm gonna really abide by that and live in that lifestyle. But I can't say I'm that if I'm not living in that lifestyle. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not fully following the religion for real.
But okay, but you said yourself like you didn't read the Bible.
Yeah.
So how can you know that you're not a Christian if you
Well, I went to
don't?
church growing up.
So did you not like church?
Yeah.
Okay, so
But I know I'm not. I know I'm not marking myself as a Christian or anything like that. Cause like I said, I don't know enough about it to even call myself that.
right, okay.
Yeah.
So does anything inside of you want to know more about Christianity, or you're just kind of like, from me going to church and things, I don't think it's for me?
It's not even that I don't think it's for me. Like more so, I feel like for me, I'm not gonna label myself as one religion. Like for me, when I get into religion, because I know it's gonna be a point in my time in my life where I want to actually dive into that studying with it. I'm gonna want to study all of them. Like I'm not just gonna want to study one of them. Like I want to read everything.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. So okay. I'm trying to think of what I want to say back. You made a good point though. I think that I like the point that you made where it's kind of like I can't say that I am that when I don't follow those values
I don't know
wholeheartedly.
enough about it.
Because there are a lot of people that like, I'm a Christian, and they don't read the Bible.
Don't know nothing about it.
Nothing about their own religion. They just go off what people tell them. And it's like, that's what kind of, so I've taken multiple religion classes. I've taken so many history classes. I literally could have had a double major in history and graduated. But who the fuck wants to have a history degree? No offense if you have one, because I love historians. But who wants to graduate with a history degree? Not me. So yeah, so I took a lot of history classes, a lot of religion classes. My favorite religion out of all religions I studied, and I studied Judaism, Christianity. I did a little bit of Muslim. I started reading the Quran, not completely. And then I studied Hinduism, and I also studied a little bit of Taoism and Buddhism. My favorite was Buddhism by far. By far. And Buddhism is not even technically a religion, it's just a way of living. Like there are Christian Buddhists, which is, but there are some like Christians who are like, oh, yoga is bad because it's exalting a different God, or, all these other things. But I think it's more people who don't really understand the other religion. And I feel like there is a way where multiple religions can be true at one time. I know that's weird to say, but it's like, yeah. And I struggled with the whole fact of the gay part. Like, okay, in Christianity, you're not supposed to be gay. But it's like, when I tell y'all, this woman was sent from the heavens and I don't care what nobody says. Like, when I say I have not been this happy. Oh my God. I literally, my cheeks hurt sometimes from smiling all day long by being with her. And it's like, we both went through our own, journey. Like we both, we find peace in one another. And we also like have just been by ourselves for so long where it was like, we had a lot of, you know, we had a lot of responsibilities on our shoulders. We felt like we didn't have a lot of people who loved us the way that we loved them. And it's kind of like we are meant for, I don't give a fuck what nobody says. We are meant for each other. Like this is divine intervention. So I struggle with Christianity and the gay part because it's like, how can you tell me that I'm going to hell, I'm a bad person because I love somebody who loves me? And even knowing people who are also in queer relationships or whatever, like that is their partner, like their freaking partner, and they literally work very well together. There is no one else for them. They have found their soulmate. I do think you have multiple soulmates, but they found a soulmate in this person and it works for them. And so for someone to say that, you may be giving back to the homeless, you may do volunteer work, and you may be the greatest human being, like cook fucking cakes on the weekend for the kids, whatever the fuck you do. And it's like, oh, but you're gay, so you're going to hell. Like, that does not make sense to me. And I did not want to be the person that shuns someone else's religion without getting as much information as I can about the religion. So that's why I started reading the Bible, because it's like I've been raised as a Christian, and those are the values that Christian has. So I wanted to understand, like, before I say, I don't know how I feel about that, let me at least get some knowledge about it. I read the Bible as a story.
Yeah.
And if you read it as a story, y'all, it is good. It's real good. Like, it's spicier than any Love and Hip Hop, any goddamn, what's them shits called? Reality TV shows, all that. It's so much better, because when I say they be doing crazy stuff in the Bible, bomb ass reality TV. I'm telling you. I was reading and I'd be like, no. What? Like, that's how I be reading the Bible. Because if you read it like a story, like from cover to cover, like, yeah. Yeah. It's like that. It's like, what? The Bible is so good. I know y'all looking at her like, this girl is looking at her girlfriend like, what is wrong with you? No, the Bible is good stuff. It's good stuff, okay? If you're not reading the Bible, baby, you need to read it. I don't know how we got
It's
here.
good stuff.
How did we?
Yeah, how did we get here? Because you talking about the Idaho proposed agreement.
Okay, so we're going to segue after all of that. That was a lot, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're going to edit some of that.
Or not, who knows? We're going to segue into... That was a horrible segue. I got to work on that. I really do. Because I just be like, blah, 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 blah. Nothing to do with nothing. Next topic. Like,
yeah. It's all right, though.
This is literally how my mind works all day long. It'd be like one topic, then another topic, then another topic. It goes from like, I need to... Oh, that was disrespectful. That's my cousin. It goes from like, oh, look at the leaves on there. Oh, I need to plant some plants. I need to go to Home Depot. Oh, we need a water heater from Home Depot for my job. I need to call and make sure. Oh my God, my toes. I didn't have my toes done. Like, that's how my mind works, honestly. So
it's a beautiful thing.
This is y'all getting the me that is. She gets like 16 girlfriends in one. Don't y'all love that for her?
All right, so let's see. All right, so yeah, Black History Month. So have y'all ever heard? Well, I gotta read this for real.
No, you don't have to read it. It's just like for you to have for Cliff Notes.
Okay. Well, anyways, we're gonna talk about it's a company called, it was called Safe Bus Company, right? It was a Black-owned transit system in Winston-Salem. So right here in North Carolina.
Right here.
Right? Crazy. I did not know about this. I don't even know how did I find this? I don't know how I found this.
You found it because you came in, you was like, babe, I might help you with your podcast. And I was like, okay, we need to do a topic on Black History. You should know that's one of the segments. And you just started going.
Oh, I started researching. Okay.
Yes.
So I started researching, and this one like stood out to me a lot because the story behind it is crazy. So basically, yeah, it was a Black-owned transportation system, and it provided jobs and independence and just a sense of community and pride in Winston-Salem for the Black people. So before Safe Bus got started in Winston-Salem, Black people had trouble getting around, and the white-owned bus companies didn't serve the Black neighborhoods, so they wouldn't really go into those neighborhoods. So it was hard for those people to get to work and everything and get to where they needed to go. So this company was started by 21 Black-owned, basically small bus operators. They was called jitneys. I hope I'm saying that right. So basically 21 of them came together and formed Safe Bus Company Incorporated and to serve their community. This was literally the largest Black-owned bus company in the world at the time.
In the world?
In the world, like, this was crazy. And we don't get taught about this. And I've never heard of this company either. And I did a lot of time just researching about this company. I read about a good 6 different articles, and they all said similar things. So I'm like, okay, yeah, this
it's got to be legit.
This is legit.
Right.
So yeah, like I said, they provided reliable public transportation. They created jobs for Black people, like drivers, mechanics, just staff during segregation. That's why it was so big, because it was during the time of segregation. And it ran effectively and it was profitable. Just showing Black excellence.
For how long did they run?
For how long did they run? So
It's like 46.
it was a long time. Did you put in here? So it started in 1926 and it ended in around 1968. So that is, that's a long time.
That's a long time. That's a long time.
That's about a good 40. If this is like 100% accurate, that's 42.
Yep, I think it's 42 years. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But
1926 to 1968, maybe, but I know it ran for at least 30 years for sure. I'm not sure if the times are exactly 100% accurate, but yeah. So, and basically how it ended, of course, is because of desegregation. So basically, civil rights laws forced the cities to integrate their services, and instead of competing, Winston-Salem said, "Hey, we're gonna buy y'all out," and they incorporated the Safe Bus into their public city transportation system now. So
I didn't know that part, the part that they bought them out. I thought that they just went out of business.
Nah.
That's crazy.
And I also read an article, in one of the articles, it was saying how one of the owners that started the company, he actually drove for Winston-Salem, the public, when they desegregated, he actually drove for the public system, and everybody knew who he was.
Oh, that's
so dope. He continued to be a bus driver.
Wow.
So yeah,
and continue to give back to the community.
Yeah, so that's crazy. So some saw this as progress, and others saw this as a loss of a great Black-owned business. So
I think, just to that topic of it being like progress and something that can hurt the Black community, and I know how I feel, but I'm curious to think, how do you feel desegregation affected the Black community?
So, like, I'm always say this, y'all. Like, anything I talk on, I don't know a whole bunch about. Like, I'm not, a historian or nothing over here. So I can only speak on what I know, what I experienced, and what I've heard. So I mean, in my opinion, it was it could have been a setback. In my opinion, it could have been a setback. Just like for something like that, it showed 21 Black people could get together and actually do something, make it profitable, make it efficient, create jobs. That's like unheard of right about now in this time. So it's like, was it better? Was it better than, the desegregation?
Right. I agree with that. Like, I feel like they had the Green Book. That was like the book that all the Black people used when they would travel in order to be able to get to places that were Black owned, because they had no choice. And it made Black people stronger. And I think in my last podcast, I talked about how we need, all of our leaders were killed. Everything that we had was taken away from us, but that was during a time period where we did not have the option. And like now we can do all those things and create, these places like Black Wall Street and things like that. But because we are now segregated, or not desegregated. And now that we have to, everybody shares everything. If you look at other communities, they all support each other. Spanish communities, Asian communities, Irish, Italian, all these different communities. And I love the fact that they do that. But if you look at the Black community, we don't come together the way that we should to be able to lift up one another. And I just want to take a break too. This is not sponsored or anything, but it's an app called BLAP, BLAPP. And you can get on that app. And what it does is if you enable your location, it'll show you all of the Black owned businesses near you. So you can support Black owned business and give back to your community, because I think that it's important for us to be able to uplift one another. And we have, I think it was like 3 point something $trillion in the money that is circulating around America. So if we were to put our money towards other Black businesses and other Black people, now we're creating that generational wealth to give to, the descendants of people today. Like, because what are we doing to make a difference in tomorrow's society, right? Like, yes, we had a Black president and all these other things, but we have a long way to go. And I feel that, Malcolm X, before he passed away, and like right before he was, moving towards more of the MLK type of thing. Like, okay, I understand your nonviolence way. But before that, he was very much big on like, listen, they were not nonviolent to us. And we need to take a stance. And the Black Panther Party, like, they weren't not being violent. It was more of, we need to protect ourselves so that we can do things. And even with, I know this is not Black History Should Know now because we're taking it, but even in part of Black History Should Know is the Black Panther Party, they also helped to give out, they were doing the free food.
Free lunches, free
breakfast
for the kids and everything.
Yeah, for the kids.
They
It
were
was free
feeding the
bath.
kids in the
They were
community
feeding
and stuff,
children, giving back to the community, and then they went and killed them and did all these crazy things to the Black Panther Party and all of these leaders, Fred Hampton, and then they took their ideas and implemented those things themselves, because they took that from what we were doing and they wanted it to take credit for it, because that's how they always win. Like, even as far back as Columbus coming over, Columbus was not the first person here. Africans had been coming to America for a very long time. The Americas, not just USA, but like Mexico, all those places, they were already making those trips, but they came, traded, went home. They didn't come to conquer. And it's like we need, I hate to say this, I don't want to provoke anything crazy. However, it's like we do need those leaders back. We need leaders who can pour into us and make us believe back into ourselves as Black people, because we are not the minority. We have been tricked to think that we're a minority. If you look at the population of the world, it's a very small population that is not brown. And I say brown because it's literally people who have melanated skin against people who don't have melanated skin. And it's also against people who have money and people who don't. And the reason why the people who don't have melanated skin have more money is because of classism and racism. So if we were able to have those leaders back that can show us that it's about the people, we need to come back together, maybe we can be able to start not necessarily a revolution, but a revolution. And so this is baby segment today was important because it just shows like how those 21 Black men came together and created something that ran for 42 years to help the community. So imagine if we can get 21 people today to do that.
To do something, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were forced to like literally work together. And it's like, but it was good though. Like, listen, we forced to work together. We might not even like each other. We might got issues and problems and, but hey, let's do it. Let's work together and let's make something happen for us. You know what I'm saying? So,
and that's what we need to do. We just found a way to work together. Like, I think we get so caught up in like shit that
we don't have to work together. We're not forced to work together anymore. It's like, I don't have to work with you. I can go work with this person, that person, that person. I don't have to work with you. You know? But it's like,
when in that time frame, like in that time period, it was like, okay, you can't go to the white stores because you're black. So now we have to be able. There were people who were driving over 70 miles to support other black people during that time period. Instead of them going up the street, them going to Amazon, who are not supporting DEI programs, or going to these places that don't support black people, black initiatives, they will go out of their way. And that's the reason why I mentioned black is because even me too, like I am an avid Amazon buyer. I love me some Amazon and some Shein all day. I love it. But it's like there are some things that I actually wanted, like even the fireplace that I'm trying to put together, there's some shit on there I wanted to order. I did. And I was like, fuck, I can't do it. I cannot do it because I need to be strong. I gotta be strong. I can't do it.
That's the thing. They got us so wrapped around their fingers.
They do. It's the convenience.
They got a hold on you, you know? And it's like,
how do you get out of this? Like you gotta stop. You have to, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And it's like I was telling Akira the other day, like, I'm 31 and I have a gray hair in a place that I don't even want to talk about. My first gray hair, and it came up where I don't want to see gray hairs. And I'm 31. And so I think it was kind of like a revelation to me, like, damn, I'm 31 years old. My mom died when she was 20, fuck, I don't even know. She was 19, 21, something like that. And it's like, I don't have anything to show that I've given back to my community. I don't have anything to show except for this dog that's barking in the background. Like, what have I done to help other people? So that the least I can do is like I have all these clothes in my car. I need to go take to the women's shelter or like go to some type of event. But one thing I can do for sure is support businesses that support people that look like me. So I have been trying not to order off Amazon. It's so hard. It's so hard. I love to order. Like, and I say it was a package here every day. Every day. Like every day. I love Amazon. I'm not gonna lie. I love Amazon, but it's a bigger cause and I gotta do better. So I mean, if we can all stand in solidarity, and I think that we do need a leader that's like, hey, these are the places you need to go. This is the place that you need to support. This is what we need to do as a people to give us some type of leeway. Now we have someone to follow. Now we have those things. So, and Black app gives you that. It's like these are the Black communities or the individuals in your community who are Black where you can support them and give back to your Black community. So if you haven't checked out Black, make sure you check out Black. Also, I do have Amazon Fire Sticks.
Yeah, you got to do your Fire Sticks. You know what I'm saying?
Support a Black business over here. For sure, support a Black business. But speaking of Black people doing great things, there is a Black man. His name is Hashim Walters. He's from New Orleans. New Orleans, which is ironic because the Super Bowl is in New Orleans. And he wants to be he's created a group called the Latimer Group, and it's an ownership that is focusing on acquiring Spirit Airlines. I know it's kind of funny because the Spirit Airlines is the ghetto. It's the ghetto airlines, low key. But however, it would be the first Black-owned airline if he's able to acquire it. Now, Spirit has been fucking up, honestly. Just keep it a band. It was founded in 1983 as a Charter One at first, and it's a Detroit-based charter tour company first. But before rebranding as Spirit Airlines in 1992. So I didn't know about Spirit Airlines for a very long time. Maybe like until, when did you know about Spirit Airlines?
Maybe
like 2000 something. Yeah. It was like 2016 maybe. Yeah. For me.
Probably like 17, 18.
Something like that, right? I didn't know anything about them, but they've been around since 1992. At first, they've been around since technically 1983 because they were Charter One first, but it was a charter tour company. But then it became Spirit Airlines in 1992, and I didn't even know anything about them. But then they rebranded themselves to be like this affordable type of company, is budget friendly with fares, additional fares, and extras for like baggage and stuff like that. But they have been going through some financial turmoil, and so this 29-year-old entrepreneur, Hashim Walters, who's a Black man, he created the what is it called? I'm sorry, the Latimer Group. And so it literally focuses on being able to acquire Spirit Airlines. Now, one thing that I did find out about Hashim Walters is that he actually ran for Congress. Let me see, what was it? He was an independent candidate for mayor of New Orleans. He was defeated in the primary election in 2017. So he's only 29 years old doing this type of stuff. And that's why I'm like, dang, girl, you're 31 and you ain't doing nothing. Don't compare yourself to other people, just say it. But, however, this man is doing big things. So I do hope that he's able to acquire it. But the main thing that that was funny to me is immediately, black folk, we thinking about Soul Plate.
Yeah, fast.
Immediately, it's like, okay, you want to have the first black airline.
Yeah.
So I go to his Instagram. He is dubbed himself the most turned CEO on Instagram in recent years. So, and I find that funny because it low key might be turned.
Hey.
It might be turned if they own it. And I do like the fact that even though he ran for mayor, that man, Mr. Walters, has been himself. Like even on social media everywhere, he dubbed himself the most turned CEO because he listen, black people be lit. We be lit.
Be lit.
We be lit.
Fun.
We fun. So like even that, like he's himself, you can see him like partying people in New Orleans. New Orleans is known to be a party place anyway. So I do hope that he's able to acquire this because I would love to see black people flourish and bring our culture because the culture is the culture, baby. I don't care what nobody says. People try to say that black Americans don't have culture. We are the culture. Point blank. Period. We are the culture. And I just wanted to see what could happen if he acquires it. Would you get on Spirit?
Just for that, yeah.
Just to see what's
just to see.
They have that like what's it the double decker bus, like the double decker planes. They got the strip club at the bottom. Yeah, I'm definitely.
I ain't having all that, but yeah, just to see the experience.
I'm definitely pulling up. But on a side note though, because we're talking about planes and traveling and black people, I don't know if y'all knew about this lady. It's Onija, I want to say it's Onija Andrew Roberts. She's 32. So she was supposed to marry this man in Pakistan. Well, he's 19 years old. They kept calling him a teenager. But what's crazy about this side note is whenever a black man is killed in the streets and he's 19, 18 years old, he's known as a black man. But whenever it's something else going on, he's known as a teenager, whatever. Political, here we go. Anyway, so 19 years old. He's a Pakistani man. He's 19, and she was supposed to marry him. His name was Nadil Ahmad Memon. So once she got there to marry him, I guess she met him on the internet. He was like, "Yeah, no, I'm good." And so she stayed in Pakistan, and she said, 2,000 or more every week, more than $5,000 in USD. I want 20K upfront, 5 to 10K to stay here every week, and I want those demands from the government right away. So they dubbed her as mentally ill. They were saying that this woman has some issues. She's a little crazy, and that was kind of obvious. But instead of the Pakistani people being like, this bitch is loco, they gave her press conferences. They talked to her. They talked to her like a human, and they would literally ask her questions, and she would answer their questions. They didn't treat her bad, which is crazy, even though she's in their country demanding outrageous things. And this is where we are as a country, right? People are leaving the country trying to find citizenship other places so they can be paid to be a citizen. But so the crazy part about it was that she was in Pakistan acting a monkey fool. Ain't gonna lie. I thought it was quite interesting, but she was doing her thing. But the thing about it is that she left recently. And evidently, so they had got her a ticket to go from Pakistan to Dubai, I guess back to New York. She's from New York. And they haven't seen her. She left Pakistan. Evidently, she went to Dubai. What I saw on the internet was that she was smoking a cigarette and could face 5 years in prison in Dubai now.
Ooh.
In Dubai. Imagine. Imagine. I don't know what the prisons are like in Dubai, but I don't want to find out.
Yeah.
For smoking a cigarette.
Don't want to find out.
But she was trying to do the thing. Like, she was like, nah, I'm marrying this man. And, like, y'all pay your... Imagine if America paid their citizens to live here. Didn't you go to Kuwait? You were in Kuwait. How was that like compared to America? Like, come on, tell me something. I might already know, but I want y'all to know.
Kuwait was fun, man. It was a good time. It was, like it was weird. Like we would go to the mall and stuff on random days, and for some reason the mall would always be packed. He was always in there shopping or whatever. And it's not how everybody like how some people think it is. Like everybody's wearing the like women, everybody's wearing some women they literally have on regular clothes and they have their hair out, like
Everybody doesn't wear.
And then some people does have are traditional. Some people are not. So yeah, it was cool. I keep saying a lot.
You're fine.
Nah, when we went out to eat, oh my god, that food was so good. That food was so good. And the waiter there, he was from Egypt, and he'd been in Kuwait for he was there for probably like 3 or 4 years. When we talked to him, he was like he has a couple more years to go, so he's trying to get citizenship in Kuwait so he can go back to Egypt and bring his family to Kuwait. Because once he become a citizen there and everything, he'll be able to get those benefits.
What type of benefits?
I guess they pay them like a
I know
certain
in
amount of
Dubai they
money.
give him money.
Yeah, so it's like I guess they pay in certain places they I guess they pay you to be a citizen. Like they give you a check, every
That's probably why she was like, "I need y'all to pay me to be here," type thing.
Yeah, so
You're trying to get her citizenship.
in different places they'll pay you to stay there or whatever. But it was weird. Like I wasn't really scared or nothing when I went off base. It was just normal. Like the people there were cool. They talked to you. Like it wasn't weird. I will say the only thing that was super funny, cause I had my hair cut and I wear boy clothes. So I was going to the I was going to the restroom and it was an older lady coming out and she was more traditional like, and I was going in and she was like, "Oh, no, 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 no." And I was like, "This is
What
the
you mean?
bathroom, right?" And she was like, "It's a woman's bathroom." And then she looked at me again and she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I was like, it's cool, it's okay, it's okay. She was like, it's sorry.
She thought she was a little boy.
Yeah, she thought I was a boy going to the women's bathroom. It was funny. But she didn't it was real. Yeah, it was no bad energy. Like everybody there, like even like the men there, they would talk to me and stuff. It was all cool. Like they weren't. I didn't get any really bad energy from any of the people that actually like was Kuwaitis, like people that stayed there.
So even with you being like masculine presenting, you didn't feel like nobody was judging you or anything like that?
If anything, especially the men, the men on base, they were like, "You so pretty." Like why? Like they used to ask me why? Why you so pretty? Why? That's like because they didn't really speak good English, so like they only knew a couple words, so they would literally say that all the time. So yeah, it was. I never felt like I had to be a certain way or weary about not being myself. At first, when I first went there, I was kind of like, okay, how is this gonna be when I go off this base? Like, But when I went off the base, I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. And then it was stuff to do. Like we did the go-karts and those drones were fast. Like
So, okay, in Kuwait, it's the desert, right?
yeah, I guess.
Okay, so I feel like this is important.
But it's built up though, like
right. So I think it's
have a whole
important because it's kind of like how in Africa, like when they try to like make us think that Africa is not beautiful and doesn't have all these buildings and things. So it was fairly
it was
technologically
built up.
advanced,
Yeah, it was
right?
built up.
Okay, so like you had Wi-Fi, you had all the technology, all those things. It was air conditioning, all of that. So it was just. Do you think it was?
It was the desert, so it was a lot of sand. Yeah, cool. A lot of sand. A lot of sand. But yeah, other than that, like it was built up. All the people that I taught there that are like contractors, that are like government contractors, like almost all of them been working and doing government contracting and been in Kuwait for like years, and they love it. They say like they'll work there, and they'll literally only come home to America maybe once out the year or twice. One man was like sometimes he'll go like every other year, and then when he's on vacation he literally goes to other countries and experiences other countries. Like he don't even come to America.
You
For
don't
real.
come back.
He don't really come back. Like, and these are older men I was talking to, like older men and older women that been there, and like they don't really care about coming back.
Right. Because they just love it. It's a nice vibe. Would you go back?
Would I go back to stay? I would go back to visit.
Yeah, you wouldn't stay?
No, I don't think that's a place I would want to stay.
Why not? Because you make it sound so nice.
It is nice because I need more greenery.
It's all the sand.
And I need more of that.
Yeah, you are from North Carolina.
Yeah, I need more of a that kind of nature look. I just yeah, nah, I don't want to do that.
So when you got like your orders, like I'm going to Kuwait, were you like, oh shit, I don't know what the fuck to think?
Not really, because it was people that I was with that been before, so they kind of told me how it was gonna be.
So you weren't too nervous?
Not really.
Okay.
I was much like, all right, let's go. This is what we doing. I ain't got no choice.
That's it. Let's go. He signed them papers. Oh yeah. So background, we never even told the people. He was in the Air Force for 6 years as well. Yeah. Yeah, my baby is military. Thank you for your service, boo. Yeah. You like all of your services.
You are hilarious.
All of the services.
You funny, man.
This is the last thing, and I promise we can go. I gotta do the movies of the week and the shows of the week. Okay, and then we can just go. So bad segue. God damn, I gotta do better with these segues. It's just not good.
We're gonna work on it.
Okay, so movies that I've recently watched. Okay, so not just me, of course, me and baby. We watched Kinda Pregnant. I thought
we did.
I thought Kinda Pregnant was straight. I'll give it a 7.9. What would you give it?
It wasn't like the funniest for real. It was funny, but it wasn't like, oh my god, this is the like funniest movie ever.
It's Amy Schumer.
No, it was
fucking.
No, I'm saying she was. Yes, she.
Okay.
She was hilarious.
She was hilarious.
But if she had like other cast members around her, I mean, other people,
it could have been better.
Good, but if it was more like cast members around her, that junk would have went
crazy.
Yeah. So I give it a 7.
A 7.
I give it a 7.
I thought it was pretty
cool.
good. It's on Netflix, you guys. But if you don't have Netflix, I do have a Fire Stick that is completely has everything you need on it. I'm sorry, side note. So I thought it was pretty good. And if you don't know about what kind of pregnant, it's on Netflix. I don't want to give y'all too much, but it's about a lady who's kind of
pregnant. That's all you get.
I thought it was interesting.
It was funny.
So, I don't know if you guys have watched did you watch The Boys? I was trying to get you to watch The Boys.
I don't think I did.
Baby, it's on Amazon. I was trying to get you to watch it with the superheroes. Remember the guy was holding the girl's hand and the guy ran through her?
Oh.
That's The Boys. You still haven't watched it. That was the first episode.
I fell asleep.
You did.
I watched some of it, but I fell asleep. I remember you talking about now.
Yeah, okay. It's a very good show. Okay, I've watched all seasons of The Boys and then the spinoff, which is Gen V. Watched them all. But the main character in there, his name is Jack Quaid. He has a movie that's coming out. It's called The Companion. Now, I thought this movie was going to be some shit. I have not watched it yet. I will be watching it on my Fire Stick because my Fire Stick has everything I need on it. But it's about a weekend getaway that turns bloody and violent when a subservient android that's built for human companionship goes haywire. Now, we were just talking about AI. I think it's kind of like an AI situation. There's a robot and companion, whatever. But Jack Quaid is in there from The Boys. And I feel like this is a perfect role for him because he gives you like that geeky kind of I would have a girlfriend that's a robot. Hate to say that about him, but he has been typecasted, I feel like, at this point. But I'm gonna check it out. I'm definitely gonna give it a watch this weekend. The next one is Heart Eyes. So now I looked at the trailer for Heart Eyes. It looks dumb as fuck. I'm gonna be honest, it looks really fucking stupid. For the past several years, the Heart Eyes Killer has weekend havoc on Valentine's Day and by stalking and murdering romantic couples. So pretty much sounds like a motherfucker that didn't get no love, didn't get no cootie cat, and he mad, so he going around murdering people who happy. Sounds like exes.
You
Sounds like an ex. He just him out here mad because his girl cheated on him. But don't have to do those people. So I don't know if I don't watch it. He sounds like a hater. Sounds like a movie about a hater.
A movie about a hater.
What you think? I think it's like a movie about a hater.
Hey.
Going off of what it is, would you watch this?
A crazy hater.
A crazy hater is going around killing couples on Valentine's Day. It came out on Valentine's Day, so I mean, I guess it's fitting, but I probably would not be. I'm gonna watch it just for y'all motherfuckers. If you have seen it, please, in the comments, tell me what you think about it. Any of these things, anything. If you have a topic or if you have a shout out, because I do want to incorporate strawberry shout outs, but anything, just put it in the comments, baby. We wanna bring it on there, whatever. So I know that Mufasa came out in December, but that one's been doing pretty good. It actually got 57% on Rotten Tomatoes. Mufasa. Did you watch Mufasa, baby?
No, did not.
I watched it, and I was kind of upset that it didn't make me cry. It did not make me cry. It was very Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. It wasn't a bad movie. I like the way that they did it. I like the way that they kind of brought everything together. It wasn't too far off, or it was like, oh, this doesn't make any sense. Why would they bring it? So it wasn't bad. It just wasn't a tearjerker like I expected Disney to bring me. Like I watched The Wild Robot. I cried 3 separate times in that movie. 3 separate times I cried in that movie. It was so good. And I don't know. I have a high expectations. Like Mufasa. Like I just knew I was gonna cry. Didn't even need a tissue. I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that I needed a tissue. But it was a great moment in Black history, I will say, because we had Beyonce. We also had Blue Ivy Carter, which is obviously Beyonce's daughter. Thwandi Newland. We had Seth Rogen, but he's not black, but we love, black folk love Seth Rogen. Aaron Pierre, that's Mufasa. And Aaron Pierre made his, I think, debut on Rebel Ridge on Netflix. So it was a very big, I guess, Black history type of thing. It was beautiful for Black people. I love that. The one thing that always bothered me, though, about The Lion King is that the only person or the only character that was African was Rafiki. But it was an African-based type of thing. Everything was in Africa. But everybody spoke like they was from Britain.
Facts.
Why is that? I don't like that. I don't like that Rafiki was the only person with an African accent. That bothered me a lot for a very long time. And it was kind of the same thing. Like Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. Even he, it was just, American song. Like I wanted more Africanism in it. I feel like because 90s, whatever. But I feel like it could have been more, cultured. Anyway, whatever. Then at these 2, we are still watching. We're still working on that. We got through the first one. I hadn't seen the first one.
Yeah.
What would you give so far? What would you give Den of Thieves 2?
The first one was better for sure.
For sure. I feel like there's not enough killing.
The second one just went straight into it. And I'm just kind of still a little confused about what's going on.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Wholeheartedly. It wasn't okay because I'm a big action thriller person. I'm not the Notebook type of girly. I don't like stuff where I'm gonna be watching it and crying unless it's animated. Like The Wild Robot, I'm gonna watch it. I love animated things that pull on my heartstrings. But outside of that, I need an action thriller, and I feel like there's not enough killing. Could have been love, Drewski. Funny story. Okay, so we wake up it's like we woke up way early because we went to sleep.
did.
We went to sleep early as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to sleep like 10 o'clock that night. And so we wake up by ourselves, no alarm, nothing.
Like
we just wake up.
5 something.
It was like 5 in the morning. And of course, you know, we get on our phones. I got on my phone and I saw Drewski had a show. So I'm like, we about to watch this right now. So the first hour that we are awake, we watched Could Have Been Love. And baby, when I say I will be watching this every single fucking week. And it's a girl on there. Her name is
Here you go.
Her name is Janet. And she got like the little she got the little line up. Low key, that might be her cousin. I think she.
I do not look like.
I'm done.
Girl.
That could be your cousin, like low key, like it could be your cousin, a little bit. I mean, yeah, like okay. Anyway, yeah, little Papa. So I've been calling her Papa. But Drewski is so funny. I don't know who his manager is. I don't know who worked for this man. But when I say this man was in multiple Super Bowl commercials, he has been everywhere on the scene. Like Drewski is doing a damn thing. So it's completely free. It's not even on YouTube TV. It's just on YouTube. So tune in to Drewski's Could Have Been Love. Sakamoto, if you are not, listen, I am not a big anime person, but I do watch anime. I watch some good, do I watch good anime?
I do watch some good anime. She put me on some good anime.
Yeah, I watch. I'm a little bit of a nerd. Sakamoto, every Saturday, new episode. I think that Netflix is a little bit ghetto for making me wait for episodes because I feel like Netflix is a binge-worthy type of platform.
Yeah.
And I think they trying to play with me by making me wait every week. But every week we watch Sakamoto. Best anime, hands down. What do you think, baby?
Sakamoto is that.
Yeah, Sakamoto is that. It's definitely that. Like, if you are like trying to get into anime, you want to take it kind of like one step at a time type of thing. Sakamoto, best anime I have ever watched. And I've watched multiple animes like One Piece, Castlevania. Of course, a lot of them were on Netflix, whatever. But like Naruto, Death Note, you know, just the regular that most people know about. But anyway, Sakamoto is that shit. You need to watch that. Last thing, we watched the whole thing of Squid Games. Oh, not the last thing, the second before last. So Squid Games, watch the whole thing. Great thing. I don't like the fact that they stopped it in the middle of something.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
For me.
Yeah, like in the middle of a gunfight, it's like, oh, end of season 1. I'm a season 2. Like that was ghetto. I did not like that very much. But I want to give a shout out to them because it's like this is literally Korean, all Korean, and the world took over.
Yeah,
it's a good show, great show. And then the last thing is the 3-Body Problem. Now I watched the whole first season of 3-Body Problem. I could literally have a podcast just about the 3-Body Problem. I really could. Just to give you kind of like a background, it's about this lady. She's Chinese. Her country's going through crazy situations, and they kill her daddy because he was believing in science and not in religion. Blah 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 blah. But she's very smart, and so she gathers all these people who are very smart around the world, like super smart. We're talking about like quantum physics and stuff like that. And she's smart herself, and she actually finds a way to communicate with aliens. And the aliens respond to her and say, hey, if you respond, we're going to come to your planet and fuck this shit up because we need a new planet to live on. And she was like, well, humans suck, so y'all can come on. It takes them 400 years to get to Earth, but they have sent these things to Earth that, oh God, I forget what they're called, something S. But anyway, they can see everything, they do everything, and it reports back to them on their way to Earth. And it's a crazy. Like, at first, I'm not gonna lie, the first 2-3 episodes are hard. You got to get through it. You have to get through it because I was literally watching this, and I put this on for us to lay down, and she was asleep. 20 minutes in, knocked out, gone. But I was like, I gotta get through it. I gotta get through it. And I got through it and I ended up watching the whole season. It's really worth the watch. So you guys check out these shows. Please let me know what you think. We're gonna wrap this baby up. We've been talking for a long time. Well, I've been talking a lot. I appreciate you, baby. I really
appreciate
do.
you too.
So I'm gonna wrap this up with happy birthday to baby. Her birthday just passed.
Thank you so much. You made it the best birthday ever.
Thank you. I do what I
For
can.
sure.
Anything for my boo. And anything for Salina. Her birthday was February the 13th. She just turned 26. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm a little cooler out
Oh
here.
my
Whatever.
God. You're not even that far apart, bro.
I mean, I'm a little bit older than you, whatever, but
Yeah.
But yeah, so my berry shout out's gonna go to my baby and my new girlfriend. So if you got this far, I really appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. I should have had this out on Friday. It is gonna be out when I release it. Hopefully it'll be this week. I gotta do some editing. But I'm trying to release something at least once a week. So please tune in. I appreciate your support. Support is real, but real support is necessary. So please like, share, comment, subscribe, send to your friends, send to your auntie, whatever. If you have thoughts, I love comments. I am a person that likes to debate. Yeah. So if you want to debate, you know what I'm saying? Let's debate. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know if you didn't agree, if you did agree with anything that I said. If I offended you, please let me know. Anything you want to say, baby?
Yeah, support her. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yeah, go tune into her Instagram and tune into her podcast. That's right here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We love good support, baby.
We love you. We love you.
I love you. I know that's what I love. Anyway, okay, y'all, whatever. All right. Thank you so much. Make sure you follow me on all platforms at Ayo Strawberry with an I, not a Y. Yeah, we'll see you next week. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.